Let's go, good people. Time to go deeper. Yeah, let's go, good people. Time to go deeper. Relax, big hat. Sit on back turkey over fat back. Come on through, sweet honeydew. Let me tell y'all a thing or two. Salute, utmost respect, black man. Yes, sir, you are the man. Good times, family to shine, sit down, table dine, business class we flying. Encourage, motivated, keep trying. Lifetime of peace. Blue magic grease. Keep going, flowing, knowing, growing, big stepping, showing. Power like fire, Satan still a liar. Work hard, retire. We come a long way, look like we here to stay. Devil tears we do not play. Be yourself with class. Test trials we shall pass. Hope is the new dope. High on to life. Keep standing strong. Won't be long when Michelle be back with another song. All of this for you and me. We use YouTube carefully. Pull up, turn the motors off. You know it's free, no cost. Let's sit for a few. Super strength, gorilla glue. My people, my folks, solid, thick egg yolk. They call it the Magnolia State. Boy, Michelle, one of the greats. Ain't too much change. Black folks still in pain. Hey, Mississippi sweet tea. What the latest be? Mississippi muddy waters. Bossed up, smarter. Mississippi catfish. Blowing like a wish. Mississippi mud pie. Crooked letter I. Let's talk about some Mississippi stuff. Some areas pretty darn rough. Let's talk about current events, sports, politics, whatever is meant. Kick on back for this news and music. Copyrighted, you cannot use it. Kick it in a chat, stay cool like that. Cowgirls, big hat, smarter than Daddy Cat. Let's go. Enjoy the show. Don't like it? Hit the door.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Sunday morning. Hello, YouTube. Welcome, Miss Patty. So good to see you. Hi, Matthew. Not sure if you're still here or not. We came through and typed in the chat. Good morning, everybody. This live stream here is basically going to be a somewhat of a repeat of the information I shared last night, but I did take that one down. And yes, ma'am, I saw you had watched it, Miss Patty. Okay, you did, yeah. I during the broadcast, I said that I was going to go ahead, and take it down because of the, the conversations that we were having with me and Miss April, which were great conversation, but I want to keep this.
Satan's still a liar. Work hard.
Sorry about that. I want to keep this as structured as I can out of respect to the family, because we don't know what happened. I can only say what I think happened. And I don't want to be one of those, that jumps on bandwagons. You got people done said this child is burned up. He was beat up. You got people saying that they took the body back to the island. You got all kind of different speculations and scenarios. And that's one thing that I don't want to get, mixed up in. Not on this type of content. Now, if I do a live, like and delete it or something, that's different. But these videos for the Mississippi News and Music is pretty much gonna stay. Because it'll be just that, talking about things that happen in the Magnolia State. So I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm getting everything together in the background. You like that, Miss Patty? Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Just a little something. You know how I be doing, Miss Patty. Just a little something. But let me gear up the story here, and I'll be right back. Hey, Joshua.
Yes, a little bit different. Whole lot of poetic sunflowers shine in my business. I keep my mind in. Been there and refuse to go back. Smooth turned up like a Eldorado Cadillac. When you learn how to pray, wait and activate peace over any kind of hate. Some of y'all know me from back in the day, years of blue and gold. Class of 95, we getting old. Let me stop and back. Cause honey, this all straight like that. Hello, only if you want to. We all need to grow, no show. Here we go, peaceful flow to the beach. You, me both, unique summer, July heat on my homestay. Baby, life is great. Respect show goes a long way. Be thankful each and every day. They repeat what I say. Respect show goes a long way. Be thankful each and every day. Heads and hearts sometimes scatter bye-bye. Outside, try to focus on what concerns thee. No, not what you used to be. Coming from a soul sent, done told. Tales of self-help and hope. You're damn right, hope the new dope. Time to cope with the demons. Riding Holy Ghost, sliding down your street. Stomp a crazy devil beat. Hello, only if you want to. We all need to grow, no show. Here we go, peaceful flow to the beach. You, me both, unique summer, July heat of my homestay. Baby, life is great. Life sure is great. Sometimes you have to create and follow through. Understand, know what to do. Life and greatness, emotion. Stop the hate and be who you are. Shine, break the bar. Mr. and Mrs. Superstar. Hello, only if you want to. We all need to grow, no show. Here we go, peaceful flow to the beach. You, me both, unique summer, July heat of my homestay. Baby, life is great.
All right. Still trying to figure something out back here, y'all. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into this. Um, Hope everybody's doing well. Again, welcome to the broadcast. This is Mississippi Music and News. I am Gwen Michelle, and we'll be going through a couple of things of the Nolen Wells case. This is pretty much a repeat of a live I did last night, but I will add a little bit more this piece right here as far as they get ready for the funeral on tomorrow. And it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and to see how our governor responds to this situation is even more heartbreaking to me. But what can we do besides pray and wait? That's all we can do, and it's got a lot of people on the edge. I would say we talked about how Ricky Smiley shared his concern. I had a similar experience. Miss Patty said she had a similar experience. It's just like the whole atmosphere has shifted. Everybody is just so on alert now because, and Miss April brought out something last night too in our conversation that we had on the live. I don't really get into the astrological side of things and all of that, but things do exist. She said about the age of the Aquarius, which I have heard of that before, about how the great reveal, how things were going to start flipping and switching, but in so many words, the same thing that the spirit was telling me is what that the astrological part is also aligning up with it, with the universe. And so all of that to say is that, whenever a person is the victim of something, of course they want to know the if, ands, whys, hows, and then one part of this is making me feel like, is this like a flip mode of what happened in Texas with the energies on the other side, But one thing about that case too with Carmela and Austin, no, I know I never made light of that young man's death. I always said somebody lost their life in that, whether it was self-defense or not, you stabbed this boy. But now here we go in 2026, state of Mississippi, Horn Island to be exact, off the shore. There was an incident that happened exactly 2 weeks ago. I think, does today make 2 weeks? July the 4th? Saturday was 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks on yesterday that this happened, and they're preparing to lay Nolan to rest on tomorrow. His mom has made statements about how she don't want it to turn into, like, the publicity stunt and all of that. And out of respect, I hope these bloggers and all these people that's just trying to make a bag off this story, I hope they stay at home. I hope they don't go down there, with the cameras, being all crazy. But people do what they want to do. But as for me and my channel, I'm going to utmost respect, just try to share with the news shares, and then anything extra, we do that on a different broadcast, because this is serious. I live in Mississippi, and most people, when they think of Mississippi in modern day times, they still think about the old days. And this is not making it any better. It's like you've got different people coming out making little TikTok um, rants about different racial things, and it's just a lot. But today, I want to first, I'm gonna run this about tomorrow. They prepare for his funeral, and then we'll go into what our governor had to say a couple of days ago, which is not a whole lot, but he said a lot. And I say that because I listen to key words. These people are really telling a narrative. If you follow the conversation patterns, everybody is saying something without saying something. Governor Reeves made a power statement when he made you. I'm gonna play that in just a second. He said something about the certain department handles this when crimes are committed. Then he say if a crime was committed. So you can't play in people's faces. We see y'all. We know y'all. You know, I do not fear y'all. But the one that we should fear controls all of this and sees all of this. And again, it confuses the heck out of me that, and I wrote a paper in college about the most segregated time in America on Sunday morning about these churches. Okay, you got people right now, they're going to places of worship. You do have some mixed congregations. The modern church, people have learned how to, worship together. But traditionally, you have black churches and you have white churches. But we all are supposed to be serving the same God. We supposed to be serving the same God, but some of y'all white people call us baboons and niggers. I had an incident once again on my job with somebody putting a monkey in our work chat, a baboon hanging on a thing or something. Somebody, y'all hang in there. You know, that trick of the devil will not work only if we want it to work. It does not have to work. But pressure busts pipes. Just like they try to put pressure on us to cuss their ass out, this story is putting pressure on them to tell what y'all did to Nolan Wells. Welcome in again. I say, Miss Patty, it's so good to see you. Joshua and Matthew, thank you for coming in. Miss Patty said there are lessons and purposes in all of these situations. My personal beliefs, everyone is being exposed. Absolutely. Everybody is being exposed. Everybody is being exposed. Because if you ain't Holy Ghost led, you're a liar, you're a cheater, and a disgrace. Repent, be delivered, and save face. I said what I said. Girl, shut up. God ain't dead. God is taking care of rest of evil people is messed up. That's right, Joshua. So let's go into the content.
Now to the funeral for Nolen Wells set for tomorrow as his family presses for answers about his mysterious death. ABC's Ike Ajachi joins us now with more. Ike, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Wade. Good morning, everyone. The family of Nolen Wells, they're preparing to lay their 18-year-old son to rest. Wells was found dead on July 6th in the waters off Mississippi's Horn Island, where he'd been celebrating the 4th of July holiday with friends. Now, 2 weeks later, His family is finalizing funeral plans. Now, his mother, Christine Wells Wansley, says the service will be held Monday at Center Point Church in Ocean Springs, followed by a celebration of Nolen's life at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. Tyler Perry is paying for the funeral. The Reverend Al Sharpton is set to officiate, and civil rights attorney Ben Crump will deliver what the family is calling a call to justice. Now, his mother shared her heartbreak publicly, an emotional message to supporters on Instagram. Take a listen.
This loss, this grief, this pain, it's different. It's insurmountable. And I know if Nolen was here, he'd be like, Mom, just keep talking to the people, keep telling my story, keep telling your story. So that is going to be my plan.
Now, there are still questions surrounding his.
Okay, so let me just pause just a second. Even with Mom making that statement she just made, that leads me to believe that she do not think that this was something that he drowned in accidentally. She said he would say, Mom, keep telling my story, keep telling your story. So it's like everybody know that something happened, but they're telling us, and I'm gonna get into what Governor said. It's like they basically are playing in our face saying, you gotta prove this, show me. So I hope that behind the scenes, which I have a lot of good faith in this, that Ben Crump and his team, I hope that they're doing what they need to do to go ahead and dig up whatever is going on. I made a statement last night when they talked about the boat had to be towed so many whatever miles. Okay, who towed the boat? Whoever the boat tow company is, can't they vouch whether or not he was on the boat? Like, those are not huge boats. So did he not see him? Was there a black boy on there? Yes or no? I haven't heard them say anything about that person.
Death. Authorities suspect he drowned, but the sheriff says the investigation is still open. An autopsy is pending, and his parents now say they're ready to hand over Nolen's cell phone to the district attorney. Rachel.
Yeah, it's going to be an emotional week for that family.
So yes, it's an emotional week for them. It's an emotional week for all of us as we wait for the information to surface. And so the governor of our state finally, after he was asked a question during some type of, I don't know what he was talking about. It couldn't have been a Nolen Wells press conference. It's just I'm hoping it wasn't, because how briefly he spoke.
New tonight, we hear from the governor on the death investigation of Nolen Wells.
How briefly he spoke. Somebody's going to ask him a question in the audience, and he's going to reply. So that's why I don't think that this was like a press conference for Nolen per se. I think it was just something, maybe they were talking about something else, because clearly he didn't go, waste some people's time and stand up there for a minute and 30-second worth of response. So Tate Reeves is exposing himself. He's introducing, which he's already introduced himself plenty of times. But through this, what he's about to say, he's introducing himself. So they're going to bring him up after this reporter get finished talking about what he's talking about, and we'll listen to the governor.
With leaders this morning, 16 WAPT's Carlos Garcia here with the latest on the case tonight. Carlos.
That's right. Well, today the family attorney said once the investigation into Nolen Wells' death is complete, it will be turned over to the DA. Governor Tate Reeves also speaking out about the case nearly 2 weeks after the teen's disappearance and eventual death. Nolen Wells was last seen on July 4th after being out with friends. His body found 2 days later in the water at Horn Island. Family and friends have spoken out about the kind of person that Wells was and say they're still searching for answers. When asked about the tragic incident, here's what the governor had to say.
I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play. But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office.
Let me go back and find the one when they first asked him the question, and he was fidgeting so bad that he couldn't even He couldn't. He was turning pink and blue and I'm like, wow. I'm like, well, I think this is it here. Yeah, this is the one. And he couldn't even. It's so obvious. Like, he. Oh my goodness, this is, yeah, this is crazy. When I say this is crazy because if nothing was to be covered up, why is all the harsh feelings? Why isn't people saying, "Oh, it's such a we feel so bad for these young men," but why is everybody so defensive? We're only questioning y'all because y'all the one lawyered up. You didn't take the phone to his parents. You went and got lawyers. So what is it for us to think? You only get truth don't need support. I can stand on that. We all know that to be true. Truth does not need support. You tell the truth, you tell the truth. You tell a lie, you got to try to support that lie. You got to come back and let somebody vouch for your lie. Now they got all these people speaking out, talking about that Ocean Springs school is not racist in that area. See, it's all a bait. It's all a bait. So, this is the video here that I want to share.
Does not reach it. So
there has been obvious a national attention on Mississippi because of the death of Nolen Wells, the football player found on Horn Island after July 4th, and all the
Fidgeting, look at him.
overtones that come with that. Have you been in
Turning pages.
Jackson County and asking for full
Nervous
transparency in that investigation so that the public will know exactly what happened to this young man?
The Sean Tyndall, the commissioner of the Department of Public Safety, has been in contact with those individuals. Obviously, the autopsy was done by the state medical examiner's office at the Department of Public Safety. I personally know Sheriff John Ledbetter from Jackson.
Okay, stop. Let's pause right there. I hope this volume is up on this thing. Can y'all hear him okay? Let me turn my volume up too, because this is low in my ear. Okay, let me just pause for just a second here, because I got time this morning. Miss Patty, did you see how nervous he got when that question was asked? He got so nervous, he couldn't even look at the person asking the question. He could not keep his hands still. His little rosy cheeks have gotten 2 shades brighter since that reporter said there's a story making national headlines about an 18-year-old athlete. And this is what comes out of our governor's mouth. My. Let's see, Miss Patty said, why is the governor not calling for transparency? Pure racism from the powers that be. They're mad because this young man was with white girls. These girls must have wanted to be with Nolen. That's Miss Patty's take on it. Miss Patty, I agree. There is zero transparency. This is sent as a message. And then he's about to throw in our face, they plan in our face that he and Sheriff Ledbetter are good friends. You didn't have to put that out there. You doing it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're doing it because they want us to say, oh, prove it. Oh yeah. And this other guy went on a rant. And a white guy was saying that this is the age of the white man taking their power back. So, and what Miss Patty was just saying about him and those white girls is exactly what the other person was saying, that they're tired of black men taking their women. So it's a lot of that in the equation. But for our governor, who's supposed to be the head honcho of this state, for him to get up here and do what he did in this interview, when he was asked the question, he could not be still. When that reporter asked him, there's a story, national something, Tate Reeves could have melted at that podium with that loose neck. This is, I wish that it was some way that I could de-citizen myself from Mississippi. Not even hell. I just live on this land. I'm not. This is not me because it's not right. And then you got in God we trust up there on that flag, up there on that seal that he's standing in front of, the great seal of the state of Mississippi. And I've asked the question several times. I said, when you think of Mississippi, tell me one word. What's the first word that comes to your mind? And it's usually along these lines. It's like poverty, racism, prejudice, lynching, just all negative, all negative. And then you have something like this to come. And not only this, he still never spoke on Cohen Wiley, the baby in Senatobia that was shot and killed in Walmart parking lot. Governor Reeves, to my knowledge, never spoke on that. Never said anything. Now, other states, their people said things, but not our governor. Now, when he was asked this question, again, I don't know what was going on. I need to find out what were they doing that day, because clearly it didn't have to do with Nolen, because if it did, no, they didn't come in there for a minute. But one of the reporters, and I hope y'all can hear it, okay, it's kind of low on my end. One of the reporters in the audience brought up the Nolen Wells case, and this is what Governor Reeves did.
Does not reach it. So
There's been obvious a national attention on Mississippi because of the death of Nolen Wells, the football player found on Horn Island after July 4th, and all the racial overtones that come with that. Have you been in touch with investigators in Jackson County and asking for full transparency in that investigation so that the public will know exactly what happened to this young man?
The Sean Tyndall, the commissioner of the Department of Public Safety, has been in contact with those individuals. Obviously, the autopsy was done by the state medical examiner's office at the Department of Public Safety. I personally know Sheriff John Ledbetter from Jackson County very well. I have not personally spoken to him. I have full confidence that he is going to do his job. And what I will simply say is I don't know all of the details. I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play.
Okay, let's follow along. So once again, they're giving us these nuggets. The word facts. Notice how that's been used by the governor, Nolen's friends. The facts. We want the facts to come out. Governor Reeves is playing in our face. He has not seen anything. You don't know much. First of all, you said you don't know much about the case. That lets us know that you're not interested. You don't care that I bet you was interested in Carmelo and Austin case in Texas. I guarantee you probably, yeah, y'all was, yeah, because y'all sent this young man to prison for 35 years. Texas did. So now Mississippi, you got people that needs to be questioned. If for anything, bring them into interrogation and ask them more about the cell phone. Once you get them in interrogation, them people trained, they can break you down like a super perm with extra lie. They will break you down if you not, and those kids ain't got no thug street mentality. They don't know nothing about nothing. They ran home Let me stay on the facts. But the judge, this is all proof. The mother of one of the young men, she is a judge. She's not a criminal court judge. She's like a child support, family custody type judge. She's I forgot the name of it. Is it not chancery? Anyway, she's one of those judges. But regardless of the fact, she's a judge. So she had the power to snap her fingers, get lawyers, put out a statement, and make everybody, you know, supposed to believe what you said in your statement as if you are some superhero or something, or you some type of important figure. That's what the judge lady did. But when Tate Reeves just told us here, he said he have not. First of all, he don't know nothing about the case, he said, but he ain't seen no facts that suggest otherwise. So you're telling me that all the speculations, you're not concerned about why he went with his phone. You really don't care, right? He really don't care. He really doesn't care. But he could not even be still when they asked the question.
But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one.
There it is. He just told us again. The people who deal with these crimes. What crime? He caught himself. Oh, if it had been one. Get out of here. Get out of here. The question was asked. His answer does not suggest that as governor of this state, I will make sure that everybody does their job to make sure no stone is left unturned. No, and he's pushing. Even when he first came up there, he was talking about, I think his name's Sean Tyndall, the state investigator man or something. Now he's talking about he's confident that they will do. See, you just told us that it was a crime. You said it, Governor. You just told us, you said in your own words, and I'm going to reverse it. You said these people handle those type of crimes.
Members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one, they will.
There it is. Clearly, I'm not the only one that see. No, I'm not. It's a lot of us who see. But one thing about people who try to keep playing in your face, like one or two things gonna happen, and what we're not gonna do is go back to the before the civil rights era, because that's what this is. This is intimidation to try to get everybody to shrink under the power. There it is, under the power of the law. Yes, yes. She knows that if she lawyered those kids up, nobody can question them without the attorney being present. The attorney is telling them these stupid statements that they're reading on the news. Nobody wanted to see anything happen to Nolen. We all love Nolen. I mean, really? Like, and the one that told us that we need to relax. The young man said, I wish everybody would just relax.
Find it, and they will do what is necessary.
So that's our governor. As he speak on Nolen Wells. Now, the other thing that I wanted to touch on was the friend. I showed it last night. briefly, and I'm sure you saw it, Miss Petty, because you watched the replay. When I went to Taylor House Publishing channel and I got the video that showed the friend named Javion and his mom, and how I told y'all she nudged him in that interview. So we were able to see that on what I'm going to share from because I can't find the original video. It's a lot of these videos I can't find anymore. It makes me wonder, is these people deleting these videos? Like, what's really going on? And then we also have the football coach from Ocean Springs High School. I'll let him talk first. How they got him out here like a pawn, talking about they don't experience that kind of racism or something at that school, which is just nothing but baloney. Baloney. And we're not going to just take that, y'all. And they know it. They know it. All right, let me pause for a song and I'll be right back. We're going to listen to Shine Lady Shine. Where is Shine Lady Shine? Do I have this on here? Superstar Shine. No, that's not it.
Next level queen. Yes, yes, yes. Yes and yes, another tale of self-help and hope. Absolutely, hope is the new dope. Not one never will we moving on up, seeing how excellence feel. As we grow from year to year, each wrinkle makes it clear this is next level, chopping heads off devils. Facts is life's strive, young girls to be a wife, not what you see, honey, that is held eternity. Love from your auntie and big sis and OG, we care oh so deeply. Time to go to the next level of rank, time for the next level queens, keeping it clean, humble self-esteem. Time for the next generation to take stand, not about long nails on your hand, bouncing from man to man. Just come now, you done ran out, ain't shit to laugh about. Next level, a class, no thanks to a BBL ass. Side chick stat, I pass. Next level, so pretty and fresh. Queen shining her best. That little girl inside of us all dead, not cause you to fall. Healing, yes I said healing. Listen honey, been dealing with demons. Free yourself and all will get in line. I love life, yours and mine. Sister Gwen truly care and we'll ride it. It ain't shit to slide and glide. Show up, roll up, pull up, whatever it takes. If I can help make your load lighter. Beautiful young black girls, we know you a fighter. Speaking to all, including Gwen Michelle. Easy breezy, please just stay out of jail. Tell that Miami woman to go to hell. Yeah, hell with all your devil lyrics. Hopefully I'm being as clear as possible. Please stop all the mess. Not just you, but all the rest. Queens of rank, I know damn well y'all don't listen to that thing. You too old and know better, honey. We above that cheddar, chasing, acting like a fool. Sit your ass down, that ain't cool. Say what? Man, please retire from being a slut. Time to go to the next level, right? Time for the next level queens, keeping it clean, humble self-esteem. Time for the next generation to take stand, not about long nails on your hand, bouncing from man to man. Sis, come now, you done ran out, ain't shit to laugh about. Next level, a class, no thanks to a BBL ass. Side chick stat, I pass. Next level, so pretty and fresh. Queen shining her best. Don't matter what we was. Black women, some call themselves queens. May I share to me what it means for peace. Guard my king, his watch I keep beside the wind in the cut. Chesapeake, Gwen. Michelle, oh hell, somebody missed that. Be easy, good people. Let's shine, my sisters, queens, princesses, all striving to repeat our best.
All right, so we're back. So now I am going to show Nolen Wells high school football coach, and he is coming forth saying that they don't deal with a lot of racism within the school system. So let's listen to this.
And there was a lot of questions still unanswered.
Usually, high school football stars have a pretty close relationship with their coaches. What can you tell us about just Nolen as a human being?
Nolen was a great young man, with a big personality. Everybody gravitated to Nolen because of his smile. He just wanted everybody to be happy, and he was a joy to coach, a joy to be around. To sum Nolen up, long story short, Nolen is a guy that I would let date my daughter.
I mean, there are.
Okay, whoa. Is he reading a script, y'all? Even his eyes is fixated on something. Nolen is a guy I will let date my daughter. That sounds like some type of cliche talk that comes from attorneys. That's some type of talk, shenanigans that comes from people who try to use logic and mind manipulation tactics. What they're doing is trying to paint a picture here. Then we're going to see Javion, the other black person, that's going to come out and talk about how it's not racist. So the plot is thickening.
Nolen was a great young man, with a big personality. Everybody gravitated to Nolen because of his smile. He just wanted everybody to be happy, and he was a joy to coach, a joy to be around. To sum Nolen up, long story short, Nolen is a guy that I would let date my daughter.
I mean, there were rumblings that he may have gotten into an argument, that there might have been a confrontation or something like that. I mean, was he a guy who would stand up, where, his hackles would go up, or was he more of a get along type guy?
He's more of a get along type guy. Don't get me wrong. Now, if something happened, he'll defend himself. But I knew right then in that video that wasn't Nolen.
One of the theories is that that he was drinking and that there was a riptide that day, and that maybe he got caught in a bad current out there. Knowing him as an athlete, and we've heard that he did know how to swim, would that surprise you if he ended up in that situation?
I mean, it would surprise me, that happened, but like I said, man, I'm just waiting till the family, give out, details of what they done gathered.
Was there racial tension at this school?
No, I don't think it was no racial intention at the school, from my experience.
Okay. You don't even know how to say the word. He said tensions. You reading something or you looking spooked, but why do y'all think they have to? Let me ask the question in the chat. Hi, Miss Betty. Why do you think that they chose to interview his high school coach? I don't even know if he was the head coach. He probably just one of the black coaches on the coaching staff. So let's see. Let me look up Ocean Springs High and let's look at their coaching staff. Give me just a second. Ocean Spring High School. Oh, I can share this with y'all. Ocean Springs High School. Okay, let's look at Ocean Springs High School here. Okay. Nice little layout here. Okay. They've got community mourns the death of Nolen Wells. Okay, now let's look at this. I want to see the staff. Let's see, go to athletics. Clubs and activities. Let's go to football. And let's see. Don't tell me y'all done scrub this too, huh? What? Where's football? Okay. Hey, young Riz, how you doing? Hmm. Okay. Coaches. Not clickable. Wait a minute. Hold up now. It's see roster coaches. Wow. Let's go to Steph. What's this guy's name? I don't even remember his name. Steph directory. Okay, let's look at the staff at Ocean Springs. You've got assistant principal here. You've got another assistant principal. You have she probably talked next, Miss Lynn Beasley Tool. Okay, you got okay. Math teacher. So as we see, it is predominantly, dominated with Caucasian instructors. I'm just trying to see why I can't click on the yeah. I mean, I just okay. Ooh, it's a lot of them. Wow, how many they got total? 154. Oh, I thought that was a coach. That's a PE teacher here. So sometimes do the coaches okay, basketball coach, okay. PE. Is that who talking? Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. Is that the same person, Miss Patty? He's a PE teacher. Hold up now. Is that the same person? That looks like the same person. Did they say this guy's name? Tracy Lampley. That's him. Tracy Lampley. That's him. W- That he's listed as a PE teacher. Are y'all talking about PE coach? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. This guy, it doesn't say coach by his name. Now, by this basketball coach, it says head varsity basketball coach, girls, and he's also a history teacher. This is the guy that we're looking at. Wow, look how the Lord led me to just click on this high school page. This is my first time looking at this school. That guy is the PE teacher, y'all. I don't have to see. Let's see if any other coaches got their name. There's the nurse, okay, biology, okay, math teacher. What is IDEA? What is that? Idea teacher. I keep seeing that. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Any other coaches? Okay, let's go back. Hot damn, that man a PE teacher. That man, I'm done. I'm done. I am so. I also be looking for coach, don't it? Look at that. Head varsity softball coach. So if he was a coach, it would be under his title. Okay, there's two coaches we found. This is crazy. Y'all got this man up there talking about he a coach and he the PE teacher. What the ham sandwich? Okay, he's a PE teacher too. teacher, head varsity basketball coach. I think we saw this one. Yeah, so I'm trying to see who's the football coach. They don't, I don't maybe he's not employed by the school, but I think they have to be employed. Head volleyball coach. You see this? But if he coached Miss Patty, the other people have coach under their titles. I know all of our PE teachers weren't coaches when I was in high school. Some of them were just history teachers or different things. But if he was a coach, why everybody else that's coach got coach under their name and he just got PE teacher? See, that makes it but see, TMZ is painting the picture. They said that it's his coach. They said it was his coach. His Nolan Wells football coach Tracy Lampley says there no if well, let me just say it like this to be more transparent and clear. I feel like they should have said one of the coaches and PE teacher or something, but he making it seems like he's his head coach the way that they to me they spinning this narrative.
Because you have predominant white school, you have black kids there, and they all played and grew up together and got along. Now some stuff might have happened that I didn't see, so I can't speak wholeheartedly on it. But from what I did see, it was a tight knit community. You know what I mean?
Reporting live.
TMZ is messy anyway. They are a messy, but they start fires. They stir in the pot. They stir in the pot with it, and somebody got to keep stirring the pot. Young Riz, how are you doing? How you doing? Okay. Now Carlos Moore, he really need to be careful because he's spoken out a couple of times. Oh, what was I supposed to share before this? Oh, the interview. Yeah, let me go to the interview with Javion and his mom when the reporter asked him, "Did he see Nolan that day?" And then he said, yeah." And then his mom like shoved him, like she was saying, like, "Shut up" or something. You don't supposed to say that. I think this I got this off of Taylor House. And a lot of these I think they've taken down some of these interviews because I can't find them no more. I'm just finding them on people's channel. Now I trust Mr. Taylor to share his content, but anybody else, I don't just share content from people that are not, newscasters, but he's got clips of the interview that I can no longer find. And so we're gonna see that. Okay, pause that. Young Riz, I am amazing. I decided to change. Oh, you changed your picture? Let me see. Okay, I see you. You did change your picture. You're standing up now. Appreciate you joining us. Have you heard about this, Young Riz, in your country? Have you all heard about Nolen Wells, this 18-year-old college student, football player that went on a boating trip with three of his white friends on the 4th of July? And Nolan did not make it back, or he made it back and he didn't make it back alive. Oh, you've heard about it? Okay. Well, yeah, it's all over the YouTube streets. So we're right here. This is Javion. I know we've seen him in a few interviews, and I've got to find that first one too, what he did with TMZ, because he said a lot in that too without saying a lot. Now, what I'm about to show now, I'm trying to get to the part of it where Mr. Taylor is sharing is when Javion and his mama was being interviewed, and the interviewer asked a question, and their whole demeanor changed. Not only did they demeanor change, it's like she elbowed her son. I was telling y'all about it the other day, but I couldn't find the video, but so happened that Mr. Taylor shared it on his channel. Yes, we saw that. My whole point, and I'm trying to get to the part so that I want to show you, Richard. um, their whole demeanor changed. I don't know if he had been coached on what to say if asked that question, but to me, that's the vibe I got from it. Like Mom, she so it's clear. It's clear that she elbowed him. So yeah, so that's that. Um, it's obvious that whatever he was saying, Mom didn't want him to say that. Yeah. And mm, let's see, one more thing I want to bring up. We talked about Tate Reeves, talked about the friend already. Talked about that. We saw Jasmine before. So basically there's no any new updates. The funeral will be on tomorrow. So of course I'll probably, have a um hopefully be able to share a video or something about that. And let's see what else. They're waiting on the autopsies to come back. They are ready to turn the phone over to the police from what I hear. So I guess they've done everything they need to do to scrubbing and investigating on their end. And nobody has been arrested. I don't think anybody's been taken into custody to be questioned. But usually, I thought that that's be the first thing of action when you. That's what I thought. But see, I guess they didn't. The whole thing still doesn't make sense to me. And then, where's that video? When his mom called 911, reported him missing. To me, that was kind of. I don't know. It just a lot of things just don't sit right. The statements that they're making, the moves that they're making. And let's see what this say the moment Nolan Will's parents found out he was missing. Okay, I have a question. Let me see how can I word this. Were all of the boats supposed to make it back to land at the same time? No sound? Um, Sorry about that, Miss Patty. You couldn't hear the video, could you? Sorry about that. It was muted. Let me start back over. I apologize. Thank you, Miss Patty.
Did you realize that something might not be right?
Honestly, I kind of figured he was just staying another night, which again is not uncommon with his friends,
On Saturday.
Yeah, especially if, it was the 4th of July.
Can you hear it now? Now, one of the young boys, younger brother or older brother or somebody, one of his brothers, brother of the young man, one of the young men on the boat, he made a post saying that Nolen pretty much lived at their house, like he was there all the time. So what she just said, it kind of like confirms that because she was like, she just figured he was spending the night. It wasn't uncommon or something. But yeah, they I'm not understanding this whole missing thing. Did they check with all of the boats that had came back and know he wasn't I mean, how can they just I'm not understanding that. Did all the boats get back that were out there? How do they know what boat he was supposed to be on? And how did they know that he wasn't on that? That's crazy to me. It makes no sense.
Um, all the kids were kind of, some of them were getting ready to go back, especially the young boys who played sports. So this was their last weekend. So we just kind of figured, hey, he's with his friends, he's back on land. But typically, he does a good job of communicating. So that was just whenever we got the call, just I saw his friend's name and my heart just dropped.
Which friend was it?
So this was Warren that called, that
Warren
made the phone
Cole.
call, which
Why you think she said when she got that call, you think she just felt something? Because I wouldn't if my friend what did he call from Nolan's phone? She didn't say that. So why would I mean, I'm not understanding like why would you just unless she felt, you know how they say you can feel if something happening with your child? Because if it wasn't anything happening, just a normal I hear from my son's buddy 11, 12 o'clock at night, I'm not gonna automatically think anything wrong with Jay. I'm gonna think something wrong with the friend. Or he looking for my friend, my son or something. Now that part, but everybody is different. Maybe she just got anxiety. She don't seem like the type that would just be a nervous wreck over nothing, though. She does not seem like that type. I don't know. She says she's in the medical field. I don't know if she's a physician or she did say she speak to people about grief a lot. But now she's on the other side of it.
and he did say, hey, Miss Christine, um, I guess trying to calm the parent in me, but you can't calm that. You tell me my child is missing.
Do you remember his words? What did he say?
He said, hey, Miss Christine, have you seen Nolen or talked to Nolen? I said, no, I thought he was with you guys. He's like, no, nobody's talked to him. We left the island at, I think he said 3 p.m. And he wanted to stay because he was talking to a girl named Katie. And so then it turned into, Katie is also missing. No one can find her.
That part right there. Hi, how you doing, Miss B and fam? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello. We're talking about the Nolan Wells situation here in the state of Mississippi and all of the shenanigans that's going along with it. Okay, so she gets the phone call and he asked her, "Have you seen Nolan or talked to Nolan?" If y'all oh gosh. Let's see. She had that feeling. She had that feeling. And my question, I guess, is what I'm trying to understand is How could they say, did all the boats come back at a certain time? How could they say he was not on another boat? If that's, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that. It looked like it was a lot of boats out there. So if y'all are saying that he didn't come back on the boat, what boat? What are y'all talking about? How do you know he missing? Like, this is not really adding up. The plot writers, the screenwriters, y'all need to go back into writer's block for about 8 months and then come back. It was a lot of boats and a lot of people out there, and nobody saw him. It's hard to believe, isn't it, Miss B? It's very hard to believe. And for his friend to call her with this, have you seen or talked to Nolen? Okay, okay. Let me go. Now, see, I like to try to put myself, because I shared with y'all before. I think I know, Miss Patty, you know that I have a friend that's been missing since 1999. Her family has presumed her dead. To this day, the truth never came out. But let me tell you something. When Sheila was missing, that's my friend, it wasn't no, have you seen, have you talked? It was about 2 days before somebody even really said anything, because for one, she was grown. We was like 20 something. And for two, if he stayed back to talk to a girl named Katie, why would y'all automatically think that he didn't get on another boat? See, they are telling on themselves. They telling on themselves. They are telling on themselves. If my friend didn't come home, I'll say me and her went out, whatever. True story. Nobody thought she was missing. Nobody, nobody, now I could see the next day. I could see the next day if they be like, "Hey, have you seen Nolen, Miss Christine? All the boats are back." But I'm just wondering, how did all the boats pull out at the same time? I don't think so. So how did they figure that he didn't make it back to the island? How did y'all figure that? It doesn't make sense.
You seen Nolen or talked to Nolen? I said, no, I thought he was with you guys, you know. He's like, no, nobody's talked to him. We left the island at, I think he said 3 p.m. and he wanted to stay because he was talking to a girl named Katie. And so then it turned into, Katie is also missing. No one can find her. And the explanation of no one knows this Katie, like we've never met her type of.
Okay, so if nobody know Katie, how can they say she's missing too? She didn't come with your group. Did somebody new? So again, I'm asking, do all the boats come back at the same time? Do they get off and check? No. I don't think everybody pulled out at 3 o'clock. So if y'all don't know who Katie is, and he just met this girl named Katie, who told y'all Katie was missing? See, I I
Yet
I
to see a fact.
I just, and then this turkey neck of a governor that we got here, he gets on here with his cold-hearted self and says a lot without saying a lot. He said a lot. But if you're not able to read between it or discern it, you'll miss it. So basically, Governor Reeves, out of his own mouth, said there was a crime. He said it was a crime. He said, if there was a crime, you said it. And I'm going to play it. I think it's around this right here. He said it.
I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play. But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one.
That deal with what? That deal with what, Governor Reeves? That deals with what? Crime. Or if there had been one, there was a crime. The governor said it. He said it once again.
Spoken to him, I have full confidence that he is going to do his job. And what I will simply say is I don't know all of the details. I don't know all of the facts surrounding the case. I have yet to see a fact or a piece of evidence that suggests any foul play. But if there is, I feel confident that the sheriff's office, the district attorney's office, the members at the Department of Public Safety that deal with these crimes, if there had been one.
You're turning redder than that flag beside you with your little rosy cheeks. Coming from the governor's mouth, he's basically telling us that he don't know nothing about this case now. But he know that there ain't no facts. The key word is facts. They keep talking about when the facts come out. Then you told us that you and the sheriff are good. You know him very well, Sheriff Ledbetter. And I would expect from someone who was a governor who cares about his state and his people, we would have heard from him before now, and we would be hearing something that sounds similar to this. We're going to do everything in our power to get this family some answers. We know that there are a lot of speculations. We know there are a lot of racial rumors out here, but trust and believe, we're doing it. So none of that. They can't even fake being nice. He's basically telling us shit on this black kid. I don't care nothing about this. I don't know nothing about it, but it ain't no facts. Wow. This is Mississippi, y'all. And this is 2026. Let's see. Miss Patty said there was a girl named Katie in the house kicking it with the others when Tashima picked up the phone. Per her, Tashima is Christine's friend. A girl named Kate. So Katie was at the house, Miss Patty? They telling me that this Katie chick, her mom spoke or made a statement or something. That's something I'm gonna look into too and see what Katie. In my mind, I think Katie's made up. But then they've got pictures floating around and saying that that's her. But in my mind, I thought these idiots just made that up and just thought of a name and said, "Oh, he's talking to this girl named Katie," because it just didn't flow right to me.
At what point did you?
It didn't flow right because if he was your friend and y'all as close as y'all is, whether he wanted to stay or not, you would have told him, man, come on here, Nolan. You can talk to that girl anytime. If you are a true friend, you would have not left your friend even though he wanted to stay. It was what, three of y'all, two of y'all, and one of him. Y'all could have got his drunk tail or intoxicated tail on the boat, which I highly doubt that was the case. But if that's the case, then you're not true friends. Who in the world would leave somebody that rode with you? It's just like, I mean, who would leave somebody not knowing if they have a way back for sure or not? Then y'all pull over talking about the boat sinking and Yeah, everybody's on board. And he was so peeled out high. Yeah, everybody's on board. When they called it for the tow. Okay, so some boat company came and told them a few miles. That's the person they need to be asking. Who all was on that boat? Was he on that boat? Was Nolan on that boat? And even if he wasn't on the boat, they must have did something on the island. And yeah, I'm she had to wait so long for the phone. She asked if they had to go back to the beach to get it. Yes, I heard them say that. They didn't give it. And then also his keys. And also the keys. Brittashima Katie went to the truck and got Nolan's phone, and she said it took about 15 minutes for her to be handed the phone. I need to where that's at, Miss Patty? Can you send that to me? Um, is it during the interview that she said it about? This my first time hearing that. About she went to the truck, got the phone. Somebody interviewed somebody. Miss B, I don't know who was driving the boat. From my understanding, it was one of the boys' older brother, because he came on a rant on something talking about that's his boat and some and they all love Nolan. All of this, they all love Nolan stuff. Of course, that's to try to make us, bite the bait. But we're not biting it. I don't know if it was this boy's brother, but this is the one that's talking about it was him arguing on the beach. Hold on. Hold on, let me unmute that. There we go.
The Jackson County Sheriff says his investigators are working this case nonstop. He calls it very much active. And today we're learning more about the island at the time of Wells' death.
With a community clamoring for answers about the death of 18-year-old Nolen Wells during a July 4th boat trip with friends, the sheriff is asking for help and pleading for patience.
I think it's important that we don't put ourselves on a timetable and that we don't rush ourselves. But I do think it's important.
This is the governor's friend, y'all. Meet Sheriff Ledbetter. He and Tate Reeves know each other very well, was his exact words. So this is the sheriff that's in the county that's supposed to be heading this. But allegedly, the FBI has gotten involved. I don't know if it's the FBI or the Mississippi FBI. If it's the Mississippi FBI, they might as well let Cammy Dog investigate it.
To be diligent in gathering all the facts. That's what the family deserves.
Wells never returned from the barrier island off the Gulf Coast. ABC's Aaron Gatursky has spent days on the island.
The very thing that makes Horn Island such an idyllic spot to hang out for the day is what makes the case tricky for investigators. There's nothing here. There are no phones, there are no cameras, there's no police. It's why authorities have asked anyone who was here July 4th.
Okay, for the record, why would anybody with the love of life and decency want to go anywhere that has nothing in the middle of water? I'm not a boater, swimmer. I'm not a water person. And I'm an Aquarius, but I'm not a water person. But just looking at this, if my friend wanted to stay or not, we not leaving you out here. Are you crazy? That's what a true friend would do. Not do whatever y'all did.
With Nolen Wells to come forward.
Even if you may think that it might be insignificant, every little bit helps. And that may be a bigger contribution than you think to this case.
A close friend of Wells, Tracyton Shepard, says the group spent the day swimming and drinking.
Well, we were just having fun all day, and then as the day went on, people started to drink more and people started to get more drunk.
The sheriff is now addressing whether drinking or drugs played a role in Wells' death.
Of course, the rumors are out there, but we don't respond to rumors. We respond to facts.
And as investigators attempt to build a full timeline of the teen's movements and whereabouts that weekend, this photo showing Wells at a pool party circulating widely online and has been shared by his family's attorney. But ABC.
Okay, so back to this picture here. Ben Crump, he spoke about it. He said the reason why he didn't post it, he said he reposted it. It's because he just want to let them know that we're getting to the bottom of everything. On the picture being Crump, the people on YouTube and social media spin the narrative and ran with it that he said it was that night. That's him. But this was a couple of weeks before the 4th of July. They proved that that picture was not the 4th of July. That was as a matter of fact, that wasn't even in Ocean Spring. They said it was a party in Pass Christian, Mississippi. So that was him. But you know how people leak photos. Somebody may have seen it on one of their things from when it happened, and they put it out there. And Ben Crump said that he wasn't saying that it was valid. He said he was just basically showing the picture, which I get what he's saying. And that's just to let y'all know, we own y'all. Y'all might have thought y'all deleted a lot of stuff, but it's some stuff that some people probably share. And that's just the take that I have on it. But that is him, Miss B. They said that was him in that picture, but that's not that night though. Okay. Miss Patty said, I think the dad picked up the keys. Yes, he did. The dad picked up the keys, and dad said that he had to wait around too, and then said somebody came and said they was on the Xbox or something, and the guy brought him. So everything is just so. I wish they would have recorded all of these encounters. Body cams is not hard to buy now. You can just have your phone positioning. I wish he would have. I wish they would have recorded all of that. That's why it's so important. Y'all, I got stopped by the police yesterday, but he let me go. Yeah, this brief intermission. I'll tell you, share this real quick. I was going to pick my mom up so that we could go up to our family function yesterday. And I was speeding a little bit. I was doing about 75 and a 65 on the 65 highway or something. And so the police flashed his lights. And y'all, I'm telling you, I am so prepared nowadays. The first thing I did was press record on my phone so that whatever happened, it will be recorded. I didn't do camera. I just did. I just put it there. And he came up to the car. He didn't even get out. He rode up beside me. He said, "You know why I'm stopping you, right?" And I said, "I do." He said, "Well, I need you to slow down." I said, "I am, sir. I'm going to pick my mama." He said, "It's okay. Just slow down and remember me in your prayers." And it was a white police cop, older guy. So that's why I say all these people are not, everybody's not racist. We're not saying that, but we talking about the ones that are. But I encountered that yesterday and he was just smiling. He was like, "Well, you and mom enjoy." And then, my mama was calling me and I'm like trying to call her back. And I was like, "Mama, I just got pulled over by the police." And then I said, "Well, he letting me go." And yeah, that happened just yesterday morning. And I had just crossed the Alabama line, crossed over Mississippi to Alabama. And that happened. The guy was sitting on the other side of the bridge and he clocked me. But thank God that I didn't have to get a ticket or anything like that. Um, yes, the daddy did say, okay, okay, yes, ma'am. Try to find that because I would like to see that. Who interviewed her? I would like to see that. I don't think I've seen it. You've been following it too, Miss B? Yeah. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not. Reminds me of Shanquilla Robinson of what's the young lady up in Chicago long years ago? Kanika Jenkins. You know, these people that you supposed to be with and something happened to you. It's heartbreaking and touching to me. Cases they keep happening. Keep happening. Yes, ma'am. I hit it quickly. I mean quickly. I learned my lesson up in Warrior, Alabama, up above Birmingham. This man pulled me over. This was years ago. I think around 2008 or something like that. And I was going 3 miles over the speed limit. Three. He clocked me at 58 and a 55. And I'm like, sir, clearly you not. And that man said, what did you say to me, gal? Just like some old color purple type stuff. So I learned that day right there to record. I didn't get a chance to record because when I pulled my phone out, he told me to put my hands up. It was a lot of hostility because I was a black woman ripping through your little white town. Praise the Lord, I had already dropped off what I had to drop off and wasn't nothing in the car. But that guy called me a gal. He you know that part when Sophia wait a minute, he said, Gal, what did you call She said, hell no. Miss Millie said, would you like to work for me? Be my maid. Your children are so clean. And Oprah, better known as Sophia, said, hell no. So her husband, which was the mayor of the little town, he said, Gal, what did you say to Miss Millie? And that was before he punched her. She said, I said, hell no. And he punched her and knocked her out. And then, Sophia went to prison. But that's what that guy said to me that day. He said, I said, really? I mean, I had a gun drawn on me and everything, y'all. Like, this stuff is crazy. So if you get stopped by the police, please, and some of these cars will record at the touch of a button now. Please record. That's just a safety tip that we all just ran across right now. Please do, Miss B. Let me know. Let me know. From every state. Young Reeves said they even talking about it in his country too, Miss Patty. Did you see where the guy standing in the water and the white couple? Oh, I did saw that. Is that AI though, Miss B? You talking about that video when they were saying something about you can do it, swim. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff be floating around sometimes, and sometimes it don't make sense. But I did see, if that's what you're talking about, I think I did see that. So let's finish this while we look at all these waters.
News confirmed it was taken a week before he visited Horn Island. Authorities initially suspected Wells drowned, although the results of the autopsy by both officials and the one the family ordered are pending. On ABC News' visit to the island, they heard from a local boat captain about how the scenic haven could quickly turn treacherous.
Down there at the end of the west end of the island, yeah, there's a current that can, get you really quick, and it gets deep.
So if you're an experienced swimmer, even that area of the island could be a little dodgy?
Yes, especially with the current down there at the very end. It kind of eddies. If you're out there trying to swim that deep, yeah.
Now, the sheriff has said Wells' death appears to be accidental and he drowned. His parents have hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump. They're conducting their own independent autopsy. We're told those results should come back.
Okay. I don't think that people were swimming way out there in that water like he talking about. I think they stay close right there to the sand. I don't know why would they think that he would swim out. Was he swimming or was he talking to the women? Which is it? Was he swimming or pimping? Which one was it? Because Nolen loved the white girls. That's all you saw in his pictures. And to each his own. But I'm just saying, Why would he be like away from anybody, just swimming by himself? That doesn't make sense to me. That's what he said. Gail. I thought it was funny. I just put my hands up. I thought he was gonna shoot me. I just don't. I mean, some things, you just it makes you so ill that Tara Owen urges Trump to intervene. What Tara Owens got to do? Everybody jumping on bandwagon.
Tonight, the calls for answers in the death of Nolen Wells are growing louder, this time from an NFL Hall of Famer. Former San Francisco 49er star Terrell Owens is urging President Donald Trump to intervene in the investigation into the death. He posted his plea on Instagram, saying if the president can overturn a call in a FIFA match, he can get justice for the Wells family.
The parents, the friends, the loved ones, they need answers. The justice system is failing us. I'm just speaking from the heart. Didn't know where I was going to go with this. But it needed to be said. But at the end of the day, Nolen Wells, he's not with us today. And he needs justice. His family needs justice. Donald J. Trump, I need you to intervene.
Now, Wells' body was found near Horn Island after he spent the 4th of July holiday boating there with some friends.
Oh, let's look at this. Ain't nobody swimming out past those boats. All them boats pulled up out there. And y'all telling me that at 11 o'clock, y'all was certain that all the boats, Nolen didn't went on one of the boats. Is that what they saying? They said he's missing. Okay, if he didn't come with you, but he came back on another boat, it don't make sense. Y'all knew he wasn't coming back. Because he probably left with y'all and y'all dropped him off somewhere. But, allegedly. I'm looking at this setup and I'm seeing it's typical beach type stuff. People are close to the thing. Nobody's really out past the boats, everybody just chilling. It's just a chill spot. And even if he did swim out, why didn't anybody see him? This thing is creepy, creepy, creepy. But that's all I have for now, y'all. Anything else? I know the funeral is tomorrow. Rest in peace to Nolen Wells. This is a story out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. A young man 2 weeks ago on yesterday. They got Al Sharpton coming about the closet. And you even got, as they say, white, black. You got a lot of white people, newscasters that want some answers too. Like they on their neck too. It ain't just black people. Because y'all story is not making sense. I don't see it. I don't see a link. I think you have to be a mod to drop a link. I don't see it. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna make you a moderator so you can post the link. Let's see. So you can add that link for me. Okay, I added you. You should be in blue now, and then you should be able to do it. I don't think it lets because I don't see it. Do you see a link, Miss Patty? I don't see a link. I don't see a link. It's something else I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, this was last Sunday when they went out to march. We talked about Ricky Smiley. Oh yeah, that young man, they finally getting some justice for him. The young man in Texas that when a similar thing happened, he went fishing with some white friends and he ended up drowning. Okay, you see it now. Yes, I made her mod, so we should see it now. Let me click on it on my phone. In the meantime, let's take a brief intermission here. I'll play a song. I was getting ready to go off, but we'll stay on for just a few more. Um, I'm gonna look at what Miss B sent and see what that is talking about. And as we continue to dig into the Nolen Wells story.
What I am about to write about is as serious as New Mexico heat. Let me get a beat. Oh yeah. Here on duty, why y'all so unruly? I learned long ago when to hit the door. Sometimes it's a must to hurt. Get out in a rush. When the anger begins to brew here, this what we should do. Turn, change, be renewed. This is serious. Yeah, the times we facing here. Wigs be lacing seriously. These babies even shady cause of what they see. Serious. And y'all see we too have ability to live in peace. Maybe perhaps hope should be taught, but will they learn? Well, I myself sought the Father, it makes new. Seriously, you should know clue. Right thing to do. Yes, it is. Serious. Moving right along, second verse of song. How you mad at God? Excuse me, homie. Very, very odd black man. Yes, man. In black, you gotta get back to days of being the head. Change, black man, before you're dead. Happy black homes are rare. Many, many like a nightmare. Black man spotlight done got hot. Mr. Man, you shall not disrespect. Stop the neglect. Life's more than a peck on the cheek. You special, unique. Serious. The times we facing here. Wigs be lacing seriously. These babies even shady cause of what they see. Serious. And y'all see we too have ability to live in peace. Maybe perhaps hope should be taught. Will they learn? Well, I myself sought the Father and makes new. Seriously, you should know clue. Right thing to do. Yes, it is. Serious. Wrapping this one up, let's stop on by the church. Y'all clowns, country downtown, got nerves to serve lies on top of horse flies. What is the church doing beside pursuing money, money, money and more? God about to shut them doors. Fake women trying to be examples. Watch that hag, she tramples over folks' feelings. Bottom batch, wheeling and dealing. Stop the mess, you sucker, you a money plucker. The times we facing here. Wigs be lacing seriously. These babies even shady cause of what they see. Serious. And y'all see we too have ability to live in peace. Maybe perhaps hope should be taught. But will they learn? Well, I myself sought the Father and makes new. Seriously, you should know clue. Right thing to do. Yes, it is. Serious. for change. Another tale of self-help and hope. The new dope. Gwen Michelle Tales. I done lost count of what this one made. Tap, 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 make sure you awake. Dedicated to all of my people who may be in a fight. Waking up to a new sunrise, thinking of what is wise to do first thing in the morning. Fighting demons, been pawning. Today can and will be the first day of the rest of your time. Sincere love, respect, and hope behind each rhyme. See, I am not the only one that got what it takes. You gotta repent and drop your own weights. Come on now, you still got it. Look in the mirror, your goals are one day nearer. My brothers, you got it, yes sir, you the man. Sister girls, popping them fans. We all sometimes go through certain stuff. Woke, done, had enough. You got it and the devil is mad. We creep, think he bad. Knocking out all the dust, we now understand it is a must. Keep it clean and fresh. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, you are God's best. Yeah. Music, food, games, good times always secure. Told y'all it is the devil who lured our people to be split down the center. Hold on to your way, cause good living we bout to enter. Bringing back the easy breezy reasons to have beautiful days. Bringing back the love minus evil plays. Want it back, we snatching back. Want it back, we the new kind of pack together. Yes, it takes us all. Lean on back, relax, big hat country like that. From the Sip to Buddha, Bama, Rama, Jamma, Hammer. Head on to the Carolinas and Big Tennessee. Yee-haw, how they be. Arkansas, Texas, Florida, Kentucky, bluegrass. You ain't from the South, sit your ass on down and get some of this down south. Go mouth, right on out, you got it. You ain't never lost. Wisdom sometimes costs. Y'all be easy, good people, all glory to the Most High God.
All right, we are back. We are back. Auntie Mama, hello. Hey, baby. Happy Sunday to you. Good to see you. Thank you, Miss B. All glory to the Most High God. Y'all be easy breezy. Gwen Michelle be back again with another tale of self-help and hope. Remember that hope is the new dope. Yeah, that part. So the link that you sent me, Miss B, this is the channel that I shared earlier too. So I didn't share the entirety of it, but this the one you sent me right from when he shared it. But when CNN, is this is one she's sitting on the bed, and then we looked at this one. Is that the lady you're talking about, Miss Patty? The one that nudged her son? She's the one that went and got the phone. See, yeah, she is the one that went and got the phone, isn't she? This the one that went and got the phone. Is that who y'all talking about? Isn't that her? And look at that gothic smile on her face. It's dark. And her son looked like he might jump out of his skin in a moment. you know, these kids are gonna crack under pressure if they done it allegedly. If y'all did something and not saying anything, y'all gonna crack. And I say that because think back to the Kanika Jenkins case. Remember how folks just started dropping like flies and stuff? You can't hold that kind of stuff in. You know, only a cold-hearted sociopath, narcissistic, Jeffrey Dahmer type person, in my opinion, can kill somebody and have no emotion behind it, or, hurt someone allegedly, or just do people bad. You can kill a person's spirit. I mean, I know a lot of people been through things like that. When a person will try to talk down on you so much and just take all of your livelihood, like they're like the Walking Dead. Okay, is this the interview y'all talking about when she said it? Because this is the one that she nudged. I'm just gonna play this.
We're asking the question. And look at the mother's face. She's already wrinkling her face because she's like, "Oh Lord, what am I going to do now?" And there's the nudge. Let's rewind that nudge back once again. You see that? That's unmistakable. One more time. He said, "I did see him on the island." One more time. We're gonna play this in slow motion, real quick. Boom. One more time, just in case you missed it.
No, we didn't miss it. We saw it. We need to get to the meat and potatoes. Let's see.
If you want a different boat, do you recall seeing him at all that day?
Yes, ma'am. I did see him when I was out there on the island.
Can you tell me what you saw?
You can see it good on this one, y'all. She nudged him.
Because you're his friend. You were on the island on the 4th. You were on a different boat. Do you recall seeing him at all that day?
Yes, ma'am. I did see him when I was out there on the island.
Can you tell me what you saw? Does anything seem strange to you about the difference that people are saying of how he was separated from the group?
You see, after the nudge, do you see the swallow?
I've never known Nolen to stay back while his friends leave. He's always been a guy where if he rode with you, he's going to come back with you. That's always how he's been every single time.
You know, this friend of his, Trayston, also told ABC that video people have been talking about that was said to show some sort of altercation, it did not involve Nolen. He said it was actually him yelling in the video and that you and a family member were holding him back because he'd been in a fight. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am. We were calming Trayston down in that video where he said, "Give me my effing phone back."
Okay. He said in that video, the other boy was saying, "Give me my phone back." But when he first went on TMZ, did he say anything about he was? I don't remember. And this the interview she said it? Okay, let's keep going.
It sounds like him, so I'm pretty sure that he was right on that. But
Javon, I'm so sorry to think about what you must be.
See, is he lying or what? Each time we were calming Trayston down.
I'm not trying to look at you, Richard. Okay, he's just talking for the rest of that. But yeah, so I didn't hear it on that one. Maybe I need to go back or something that she said about the phone? So I remember it. I'm trying not to show him as much. But I need to find that original interview on CNN. Yeah. Get off his channel. I don't want to use too much of his content, of his personal speculations and everything. So I think for now, yeah, This is enough because the gist we pretty much oh the boat GPS. Let me hit that one more time too, so we can because we pretty much hit all the updates. The friend speaks talking about nobody want to see Nolan and dun dun dun. And I think this is the GPS of the boat video. Let's see.
Another story Americans watching very closely is the death of Nolen Wells. It's been nearly 2 weeks now since the mysterious death of the 18-year-old student. We're learning more about the boat trip that he took with his friends to an island off the coast of Mississippi. They were there to celebrate the 4th of July. NBC's Aaron Gilchrist is in Mississippi with more.
This morning, we're learning more about the Independence Day boat trip Nolen Wells and his friends took to Mississippi's Horn Island. As part of a records request to the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, NBC News obtained GPS information for the boat. The records show it departed from a private boat launch at 9:56 a.m., arriving at the island by 11:14 and staying there until 4:30 p.m. An audio of a call around that time to a private towing company obtained from the same records request, the caller explains a mechanical issue with the boat.
We're sinking. Can you all please come?
The towing company dispatched reaching out to a local captain for help.
It sounds like a bunch of kids on board on Horn Island, and he's saying the boat is sinking. He wants you guys to go out there and unpump the boat and then tow it in.
Records then show the boat being towed slowly from about 4:31 until...
Okay, so when it means a boat be towed, it's just like a car, right? You got a boat pulling a boat. Is that what that is? Or the boat get up? It was towed slowly for 2.75 miles. So the person whoever towed the boat, again, I say, look like they should be able to verify if he was on that boat or not. I'm sure he got to look at everybody when you pull up on the boat. Y'all got to say, hey, some kind of way or something. And them ain't no huge cruise ship boats. Those are little boats. So who was the boat tower?
5:25 before getting back to normal speed. The boat then returned to its original location at 5:44 without Nolen Wells. Melissa Miller was at Horn Island on the 4th. She says there were hundreds of boaters there for the holiday.
It's just a big community. Everyone goes out there and, has a good time.
She also says it's normal to leave cell phones on boats and that currents at the northwest corner of the island can be treacherous.
Like you can go out there just innocently and next thing you know, the water's, like kind of sucking you in, throwing you back out.
After speaking with one of the friends on the boat, Nolen's concerned mother reported him missing to police.
Police report her 8-year-old son, Nolen Wells, missing last evening at 3 on Horn Island.
His body was found on July 6th.
What time did they say? Did they say it was like around 11 something? Isn't it a law that you can't deem somebody missing for 24 hours? Isn't it? Wait a minute now. I'm like when I say this is all over the place. From my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't it supposed to be 24 hours before you can deem a person missing? Let me look it up and see. Let's see. How long does a person has to be missing to be missing? What? To be considered missing. Yeah. Okay. Here it is right here. Let's see what this says. I wonder, does this go by state? I'm in the background looking at something, y'all. Looking this up. Okay, in Mississippi. Let me just talk about Mississippi. A person is missing after how long? Oh, Okay, well, here we go then. In the state of Mississippi, I don't know if I should trust AI. Let me dig deeper. But AI, this is from the National Alliance. What? A mental illness. Let me see. I'm not trying to look at no house bill. Okay, so it's saying to me what I'm looking at is you don't have to wait in the state of Mississippi. You can file a report immediately if you believe a loved one is in danger. So that, yeah, okay. So that right there proves that they they think they know something happened. Because think about it. If he was with a girl, you would think that he off somewhere with the girl. They spent the night together, some maybe the next day. You like, did Nolan never come, whatever. But for them to immediately and then lawyer up, that's where the suspicion comes in at. Because I'm not gonna automatically think my friend is missing if she stayed behind and talked to a dude. Now maybe the next day or something, I would be like, "Girl, where you at?" You know. But the way making it seem like he was all over this young lady, and that's why he stayed. But I haven't found it, but allegedly they say she said that he told her he was about to go get back on the boat. But my thing is, I bet if her number is in his phone, he had to if he just met her that day, you program numbers in your phone. I don't think he would have been hanging out and talking to her if he didn't have his phone. At that point, if he did leave it on the boat, I feel like he would have went back and got his phone just so he could, or maybe she could DM. I don't know how technology is. But rest in peace to this young man. Rest in power. I pray justice for your case. I pray that the people who are in charge will quickly be exposed of the evil works that they're doing. I pray that this family can have some closure. And I pray that Nolan's death does not be in vain. May this not be another Kendrick Johnson story. Kendrick Johnson is the young man, Valdosta, Georgia, about 15 years ago or more. He was found rolled up in a gym mat. And they're trying to say that he put himself in the gym mat. Those boys got away with that. There's no way a person will no, and they got away with it. So it reminded me of this too. I hope that Kendrick didn't have he had some push behind him, but he didn't have the push Nolan got. Nolan got Tyler Perry, Tara Owens, Carbernack, ain't no telling who else. Ricky Smiley, DL Hughley, got people with money, like money, and money does talk. For some reason, they'll hear somebody who rich overhear me and I can be speaking the truth. That's just how it works. But something gonna happen where it's gonna break this, and it's not gonna be months and months. Strength to the family. I hope that they can get through the service tomorrow. Much respect to this family. I never ever want to come on the internet and make light, even when Austin Metcalf passed. Remember, I kept saying, y'all, there's a death in this, you know. There's somebody gone. Like, it doesn't matter if it was self-defense or not. This boy is gone. Like, they won't see him again. And it's sad because these young people are going out of here like this. But now with Nolan's case, I don't think Nolan put himself in any kind of harm's way. I think that the people who wanted Nolan gone found an opportunity and they went with it. I believe that man that came on there and said it's time for the white man to take the white women back, and we tired of y'all getting on women. I believe that what is in a lot of people's minds. And again, as we see, every picture they showed with him with a female. She was a Caucasian female, which is, I mean, to each his own. But if it gives true to what that gentleman was saying, then he said we're going to see a lot more of these happening. So I'm trying to wonder and see, all of these people, African American men, that's, some of them missing, some things mysteriously happen to them. It makes me wonder, were they dating white girls? I don't know what it's like to live anywhere else but in the South. But in the South, like, there's history behind all of these racist statements, and their actions can back up what we are saying about them. Now, can we sometimes overact as people? Of course we can, but we are emotional because we've never been taught from the beginning as slaves how to handle our emotions. They probably just, and they get entertainment off of us fighting each other. Ain't no telling, they probably sit up on their porch and watch them slave men used to be fighting and stuff, and women, it's just, it was no social order. But now that we do have some order, we are a threat to society. You put a black woman on a platform that can speak and say things from places of experience and power with etiquette, they don't know how to take us, because all of us ain't cussing and spinning, uh, popping tags. All of us are not doing that. You know, all of us could care less about you devils and don't even want to be around you just as much as you don't want to be around me. But the question comes in is, are we serving the same God? Because if so, we need to have a sit down, come to Jesus meeting in this country. But we already see what's running the country. Donald J. Let me pull up a picture of Donald J. Right quick. Y'all be seeing them little them little things. Lord Jesus. They be having him dressed like a woman. And they had him walking down the street. See, that's what let me stop. I'll probably get my channel shut down if they hear me talking about President Trump. But this is, he is the one that is leading our country. And the things that come out of that clown's mouth, like, I just don't believe. It doesn't seem real sometimes. And I'd be wondering, like, are people, like, seriously considering him our leader? Like, do they really put power in this man's hands? He's always into something. It's like he can't have peace unless it's chaos. Just everywhere, anything. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, you know, Donald Trump. Experts, including one hired by Trump, challenged Trump's claims. Somebody who hired him now challenging him. See, it's just a bunch of drama. And we wonder why this country is, first of all, this is not our country. They made that very clear. So let me stop even saying that. They made it very clear that this is not our land. Back in school, they made us learn this land is your land. This land is my land. From the redwood forest to the gulfstream water, this land was made for you and me. I didn't sing that as a child. That's another thing I got in trouble for, because I wasn't going to sing that, because in one breath you telling me this land made for you and me, and then in the next breath you telling me that we were brought over here to be your dogs, basically, your workhorses. So why would I want to sing something like that? And I was a little child, and I knew that it just didn't sit right with my spirit. I don't go along just to go along because everybody else do something. This mess is not right, and I pray that justice for Nolen is swiftly here because we don't have time for this. Nobody deserves this. Even rest in peace, Officer Metcalf. Some people been saying y'all didn't have that energy when that white boy died. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. If it ain't about unification and peace and love, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But I appreciate y'all coming through. If you can find that for me, Miss Patty or Miss B, definitely share because I want to hear that when she said that about that phone. Because I all of it I missed some pieces. It's so much, and I'm sure it's something that you might have got from here. And I've learned some things from you all in the chat today. So I appreciate this time. I'll be back later on tonight sometime. Y'all be blessed.
Okay, you may roll your eyes and stomp your feet. You may grit your teeth and make a post. Yeah. Young lady, listen, we coming 'cause we love you most. Some kind of way the devil got a hold of our black girls, slowly but surely leading them to a dark world. Yeah. You see, things were rough back in our days, but today has Satan amazed at how many he thinks he owns. But homeboy, not just this song alone, but we coming and we running and we gunning. Young beautiful black girl, strand of perfection, forsake curls. Take care of yourself and love yourself. Ain't too many good girls left, but here is a reason. Your sauce extra seasoning to respect your star player. Take notes from the 90s, we wore layers, cut styles of our own hair. Bring it back, the class, the respect. Girl, you are more than just ass. We just reaching out, reaching back. Sis, your generation is down like an antique Cadillac. How you have dresses far from cute. Baddie behavior has a root. That root ain't as pleasant as you think. Be about your own business, 'cause that worldly ship will sink down to the bottom. Satan laughs, I got him. We don't wanna see y'all fall. Young beautiful black girl, beautiful black girl, strand of perfection, forsake curls, forsake curls. Take care of yourself and love yourself and love yourself. There ain't too many good girls left. Yeah, 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 yeah. Young beautiful black girl, beautiful black girl, strand of perfection, forsake curls, forsake curls. Take care of yourself and love yourself and love yourself. There ain't too many good girls left. Think before you drink and pray before you stink. We just want to see better. Take this as a love letter.
Now see, I had to get a sip of cold water, but here we go, let's ride. With Michelle back on the mic to tell tales of self-help. This one is what we can call real of the real talk. It is called peace and it must be sought. I have learned one of the most precious gifts free. And yes, baby, oh yes, it surely changed me. Real talk raw and much needed. Sit on down, you two, Mr. and M's conceited. We got to stop all this craziness, evil low down stuff. We seasoned folks done had enough. Real talk, what you thought? We have to speak because y'all youngsters done got weak. Real talk, time for us to walk straight. Time rolling, can't wait. Real talk, the change has and must come. Heavyweight from above, it has to come. Real talk, the babies are going crazy because of all the bad food and we's wavy. Talk real talk. Perfect posture, we all must walk. Some pop and chew bubble gum. Ain't nothing funny about how money has tainted our black minds. Older folks didn't have much, but they sure was kind. Together we must come back together, no choice, whether or not you agree. So them folks did all that for us to be free. Real talk, the change has and must come. Heavyweight from above, it has to come. Real talk, the babies are going crazy because of all the bad food and we all must walk. If King and X were here to see 2026, they probably say, what in the shit? What in the hell y'all doing? Y'all appreciate not what we did. The shift is here. It ain't the 50, 60 civil rights. Hooded demons riding at night. This is not our fight. This is not our battle. Up shit creek, no paddle. Real talk, a change has and must come. Heavyweight from above, it has to come. Real talk, the babies are going crazy because of all the bad food and weaves wavy. Talk real talk. Perfect posture, we all must walk. Let's do this. Gwen Michelle, baby. Get another tail by Gwen Michelle.